Welcome to an alternate past. Today's video is, what if the Battle of Gettysburg had been won by the Confederates? Imagine, if you will, a world where the tide of history had turned in a direction starkly different from the one we know today. A world where the Battle of Gettysburg, the pivotal conflict of the American Civil War, saw a Confederate victory instead of a Union triumph. This battle, fought over the course of 3 grueling days from July 1st to July 3rd, 1863, stands as a beacon of turning points in military and national history. The question then arises, what would our nation look like today if General Robert E. Lee had overwhelmed the Union forces under General George G. Meade? The significance of Gettysburg cannot be overstated. It was not merely a battle. It was a convergence of ideology, strategy, and the very soul of a nation divided. A Confederate victory could have profoundly impacted both the morale of the South and the international status of the Confederacy. Potentially, it could have led to increased support from Britain and France, who were closely monitoring the conflict and considering their positions with regards to recognition of the Confederacy. The immediate aftermath of a Confederate victory at Gettysburg would likely have seen a bolstered Southern morale, with Lee's army emboldened to push further into Northern territories. This scenario could have extended the war, leading to even more casualties and suffering on both sides. The Union, face to face with defeat on their territory, might have been forced into defensive positions, potentially even considering negotiations or a truce that recognized the Confederacy as a separate entity. Imagine the global ramifications. The United States, as we know it, might have dissolved into 2 separate nations, forever altering the geopolitical landscape of North America. The dreams of a more perfect union and the ideals set forth by the Founding Fathers could have fragmented into a tapestry of divided ideologies and territories. The potential for ongoing conflict and border disputes between the 2 nations could have sown perpetual discord on the continent. Moreover, the ethical and human rights implications of a Confederate victory are harrowing to consider. The institution of slavery, which the Civil War sought to abolish, might have endured for decades longer, delaying civil rights advancements and embedding systemic racial injustices even more deeply into the fabric of Southern society. The lives of millions of enslaved people would have remained in bondage, and the moral stain of this institution could have blighted the United States for longer than it already has. Yet in delving into this alternate reality, we also unearthed the resilience of the human spirit. The abolitionist movement, the Underground Railroad, and the tireless campaigners for equality and justice would not have quietly receded into the shadows. Their fight might have taken new forms, possibly igniting other insurrections or leading to an entirely different path for civil rights movements worldwide. The cultural impact is another facet to ponder. The rich tapestry of American arts, literature, and music, which has been significantly shaped by the outcomes and aftermath of the Civil War, would likely look vastly different. The stories we tell, the heroes and villains we immortalize, and the collective memory of our nation would have been shaped by a Confederate lens. How would our national identity have shifted with such foundational underpinnings altered at their core? Education systems, too, might draw from different historical narratives, emphasizing the valor of Confederate generals and the righteousness of their cause, while potentially minimizing the Union's perspective and the moral imperative of ending slavery. The way history is taught not only shapes our understanding of the past, but also how we perceive our present and future. It's crucial to recognize that history is not merely a collection of dates and facts, but a living, breathing entity that shapes and is shaped by humanity's collective decisions and actions. The Battle of Gettysburg, had it ended in Confederate victory, could have rewritten the very DNA of the United States, altering its course in ways that are difficult to fully comprehend. In contemplating such a profound what-if scenario, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity of historical events and the myriad factors that influence their outcomes. we are reminded of the importance of resilience, of fighting for what is just and right, even in the face of daunting odds. The Union victory at Gettysburg stands not just as a military triumph, but as a testament to the enduring spirit of a nation fighting to redefine itself, to emerge from the ashes of conflict unified and stronger, though forever marked by the scars of its past. This exercise in historical speculation teaches us a valuable lesson about the power of collective action and the importance of steadfastly holding on to the principles of freedom, equality, and justice. As we look back on the turning points of history, let us also look forward, inspired to shape a future that upholds these ideals, learned from the battles of our past, and emboldened by the knowledge that the course of history is not predetermined, but is instead written by the actions and choices of individuals and communities. In essence, exploring the what-if of a Confederate victory at Gettysburg opens a portal to a parallel universe that thankfully remains confined to the realm of speculation. It compels us to reflect on the values we hold dear, the progress we've made, and the long road still ahead in the pursuit of a more equitable and just world. As we continue to navigate the complexities of our present-day society, let the lessons of Gettysburg serve as a beacon guiding us toward unity and peace, in honor of those who fought and died on its hallowed grounds for the promise of a better tomorrow.